love. In this concluding part of Thiruvalluvar, the greatness of love is frequently portrayed in the image of ocean. That is, in the image of the ocean, whether the poet refers to the sufferings of both of the pleasures of life or the pleasure of love, Thiruvalluvar has employed it as a symbol of vastness and immensity. Besides employing visible images, Thiruvalluvar has delineated the invisible wind images very effectively in his work. He has drawn 3 distinct wind images. The moon image, Thiruvalluvar has almost painted 7 moon images, 2 images in Purutpal and the other 5 in Kamathupal. The moon becomes a symbol of friendship. A lover is proud of his mate's spotless face when he notices the spots in the bright full moon. Thus, the poet has used the moon image as the symbol of companionship, love, and beauty. Hill symbolizes both goodness and greatness in Thirukural. The poet warns us that the wrath of those who have ascended the mountain of goodness cannot be resisted even for a moment. The greatness of the self-restraint will be loftier than the mountain. Nilayin theriyada adangiyan thotram malayinum maanaperidu. An undertaking one who has wealth in hand is like viewing an elephant fight from a hilltop. This is one of the beautiful images in Thirukural. Kunderi yanai por kandatral tan kaitondru undaga cheivan vinai. If the hill-like righteous people resolve on destruction, those who stand firm will be wiped out completely. The most honorable men like a hill will be thought low if they commit mean deeds. The fragile boat of beggary will split when it strikes on the rock of refusal. The poet has depicted great men in all the hill images. The tree images, that is, Thiruvalluvar has used a number of plant and tree images from a small grass to a big tree. The life of unkind men is like a flourishing of withered trees upon the desert. The wealth of a benevolent man is like the ripening of a fruitful tree in the midst of a village. Those who never look kindly resemble the trees of the earth. Here the Thiruvalluvar emphasizes people's need for compassion in the beautiful tree image. This type of imagery, which R.H. Fogel would call empathic imagery, where the poet makes the involuntary projection of himself into an object. Unformed men are just like trees in the world. Even a sharp-witted man will be reckoned with the tree if he lacks human qualities. Aramborum coolmarenum marambolvar makkat panbilladavar. Thiruvalluvar has used a palmyra tree image specifically and other tree images generally. A man devoid of human qualities degrades himself into a fruitless tree. Trees of both good and poisonous are portrayed. That is, thus a tree image can be a symbol of both good and evil in Thiruvalluvar. Flower is one of the most dominating images in Thirukural. There are nearly 20 flower images in his poetry. God occupies the flower of the mind, and those who surrender at his feet will flourish in heaven. And there are anicham flower images, and that is, the anicham and the feathers of the swan are compared to the feet of females like the fruit of the thorny nerinji. Sexual delight is more delicate than a flower, and it is known only to a few people. Malarinum mellidu kamam silar adan sevvidalaipaduvar. The lotus-eyed Lord Vishnu's heaven cannot be sweeter than the delightful sleep of the lover in the delicate arms of his mistress. The flower image is more beautifully portrayed in the couplet where the poet describes the maid's grief which buds forth at morn, expands all day long and blossoms in the evening. That is, Kalayarumbi Pagalallam Podagi Malai Malarum Innoi. I consider this as one of the most beautiful images by Thiruvalluvar. This image, thus as Carolyn Spurgeon says, gives a quality, creates atmosphere and conveys emotion in a way no precise description, however clear and accurate, can possibly do. Thus Thiruvalluvar has generally delineated the flower images. I am coming to the conclusion. Thiruvalluvar is an imagist par excellence. The imagery in Thiruvalluvar truly makes it, as Dr. Graal points out, an apple of gold in a network of silver. Thiruvalluvar's images of nature establish that he is an adept in the use of imagery, a keen observer of nature in all its phenomenal expressions with minute details and an ardent lover of nature. The precision of images in Thiruvalluvar, as in Yeats, achieves a much richer poetic meaning than either the generalizations of the carefully observed mystic images of Vallalar. He is a master of both concrete and abstract imagery. The study of imagery will bring out the admirable personality of Thiruvalluvar. The ever elusive life of the poet, like that of Shakespeare, still puzzles the reader to find out the real nature of Thiruvalluvar the man. But his nature imagery proves that Thiruvalluvar is an imagist par excellence in Tamil poetic tradition, and he perhaps ranks with other imagists of world literature, Homer, Virgil, Dante, Shakespeare, Milton, Shelley, Yeats and Ezra Pound. Thank you all.
So we are very thankful to the paper readers. Because it is time, we can consult anything with them direct.